warmer than a look in her eyes. She sat on a stool and he said, what do you want? She said, give me a love that don't freeze up inside. He said, I have melted some hearts in my time, dear. But to sit next to you, well, I shiver and shake. If I knew love, well, I don't think I'd be here, asking myself if I've got what it takes to melt your icy blue heart. Should I stop, turn what's been frozen for years into a river of tears? Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right, so listen, I'm not taking credit for the opening of the Oscars last night. Ariana Grande coming out and singing Somewhere Over the Rainbow, Cynthia Erivo singing that medley of fantastic songs, culminating with Gravity. I'm not saying they got the idea of opening a talkie show with a musical number. I'm not saying they got that from me. I'm just saying it's probably some people from LA that have seen the podcast, if you know what I mean. And I don't think it's a podcast because it's a live stream. Oh, it's all those live streaming people. It's probably Netflix. What they have? Netflix had 77 nominations or some shit like that. So they're probably in here. They're listening to the dog sing. They're looking at like just this beauty with the guitar. And they're thinking like, symphony, who could we get to sing? Maybe we could get him. They're like, nah, he's going to be too pricey. How about that chick that did the Wizard of Oz movie? Oh, there was two of them. Get both of them. I bet we get a 2-for-1 deal. And I bet they got them cheap. Bet they got that idea right here. Anyway. I got dog hair all over me. You know, it's rough inspiring, culture. Like I do, Oh, the other thing that was fantastic. So I canceled my Hulu subscription because it was like $106 a month, basically so I could watch F1 racing on the weekends. So I got rid of it, and then we reinstated it at, a lower level, like a $10 a month thing. And we didn't think we'd have access to the Oscars, but then we turned it on, and sure enough, there's the Oscars. We're watching it live. Now, we had missed the opening pile of it because we were just late and we didn't think we had access to it. And but so you couldn't rewind. You couldn't rewind to the beginning, which sucked. And then we get to Oscar for top female performance, and it just said, "Thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed the Oscars." So Hulu shut off before the last two prizes. Unfucking believable. They probably have. Here's probably what happened. They probably have AI running Hulu now. Get it? Because this is an AI positive channel. It's kind of negative. Monday, everybody. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing fantastic. Ann Murphy's in the house. Hey, Ann, shaking. You know, it's funny. We're gonna do one more tonight. Yeah, Ann, are you in a shareable state? If you're in a shareable state, we'll get you up here and talk about bloatato. So last Tuesday we started mentioning our latest sponsor, our first and latest sponsor, Bloatato. And tonight's the last night we're going to be putting them up on the big screen. Did you see Angela Cullen is back? I don't know who Angela Cullen is. I've got Black Bar going, but I could do that. Yes to Bloatato. All right. So Ann, connect with. Oh, she's not available. Driving. Got it. Okay. So yes, she's a fan of Bloatato. So Ann Murphy, fan of Bloatato. Vicky Baptiste, who's our mod coordinator here, and mod extraordinaire and social media manager of the AI Salon. Because we've been talking about Bloatato, Vicky's like, well, let me try this thing out. And I got a note from her tonight. Yeah, there she on the YouTube there. She's saying Bloatato rocks. She said that to me before we got on here. So it's not just because they're sponsoring us. It's because it actually fucking rocks. So, all right, Bloatato. There it is right there. I've got it somewhere over here too. Hang on a sec. I'll find it. Everybody just calm down. Everybody's so excitable. Everyone's like yelling. Kyle, maybe you could get your stuff together before you went live. I was just saying is all. Bloatato.com. So if you have not seen Bloatato, you say Bloatato and I say Bloatato. Here's the deal. So Sabrina Romanoff, the woman in those posts right there, is the woman behind this. She's a rock star. She's a force of nature. She has a huge community. When Ann and I did AI Festivus this year and Sabrina came on and boosted us, things went nuts. Sabrina is kind of a force of nature when it comes to social media posting, right? She recommends that you do 50 posts a week. 50, 50, not 15. That would be reasonable to a day. No, 50. And so she created Bloatato as a resource for people trying to create content. So you can create faceless videos. You can create you can use posts as templates for other posts. You can remix blogs, websites, do all that content generation stuff that AI is really good at. She puts it all in a easy to use package and you're off to the races. So there's a free trial for it. So you can try it out. Apparently Vicky's digging it. She's using it for clients and for work and things like that. So go check out Bloatato. You say Bloatito. Let me get a flattering screenshot, Kyle. Okay, cool. Beautiful. Fantastic. So anyway, yeah, there you go. Go check it out, bloatato.com. Oh, and it's not Dan Quayle Bloatato. BLOATO, not OE, just O. Let's see. Faceless videos. Also, you get to go to Sabrina's office hours on Wednesdays. Bloatato, very nice, very cool. Oh, that's right. I forget. You get to go ask Sabrina herself questions about how to use the tool, how to do content marketing, all that sort of stuff. Lauren Flynn, what's happening? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Vicky, I had more comments on my socials than ever before. Even Kyle replied to my tweet. Was that a Bloatato tweet? I did reply to your tweet. I don't have water. What am I doing? All right, hold please. I'll be back. Calm down. Everybody just calm down. I didn't take any fucking water in there because I'm an idiot. Idiot. No, I got nothing. I know. Yeah, would you make me a water and an iced coffee? Yeah. All right. Thanks, lady. All right, fluids are being prepared. How is everybody doing tonight? How was the weekend? Your homework assignment, if you remember, was to think about things you might do if you could do anything. What would you do in the world? How would you make people's lives better? What would make your life better? You know, it's funny. I wasn't thinking about that question directly because I don't ever do homework. I don't follow instructions, especially if they're my own. But I was thinking all weekend about where do I want to put my focus? And it's funny is a lot of the groups I'm in, a lot of the meetings I go to, a lot of the communities I'm in, sorry, got itchy eyes. There's kind of I wouldn't call it universal. There is a trend that I'm seeing where, hang on a sec. There's a trend going on right now. Is this connected to anything? No. Hold, please. I got to plug in the thing that holds up my phone or it's going to go bad. Everyone's trying to figure out what they should focus on. Everyone. People are like not sure what they want to put their time into, all that sort of stuff. TikTok pin. Was that Mrs. Shannon? No, Mrs. Shannon's coming right now. She's bringing fluids. Fluid delivery service. Shannon's fluid delivery service. It's just right there. Thank you, babe. Beauty. All right. Cheers. Refusion now lets you download songs to MP4, etc. Did it not before, Danielle? Oh, MP4. It lets you make videos? So anyway, I've been trying to figure out what I want to put my focus on. YouTube Spotlight. Yeah, awesome. Oh, that's right. We had awesome Learn Out Loud sessions. We're going to talk about Learn Out Loud sessions today. Okay, Vicky, whenever you put Learn Out Loud, you got to put in parentheses lol after it. Come on. We got to milk that one. We got to kick that horse until it's dead again. Okay, let's see. So here's what struck me over the weekend, and it didn't make me happy. I'm not inspired, but I am feeling a pressure. And here's the pressure I'm feeling. I'm feeling a pressure to get better at these no-code, the vibe coding shit that everyone's talking about. Cursor and Replit and Lovable, and there's one I played with today that makes iOS apps. And why I'm feeling the pressure of it is that they're almost good enough right now. And when they get good enough, it'll be like the opportunity with all of this AI stuff, the opportunity is to be early enough that most people don't know about it, but wait just long enough so it's not a complete pain in the ass to do anything with. And I'm feeling like the vibe coding stuff is 3 to 6 months from a tipping point where those tools are going to be incredibly good. And I think having an aptitude for product development, like real-time product development, I think is going to be quite good. Kyle, let's see, Josh Groves, you're the one that put me onto no code. You changed my life by posting about Lovable months ago. I value whatever you're saying here a ton. Thank you very much, Josh. I appreciate that. Yeah, Lovable is absolutely amazing. Lovable was the first one, in my opinion, that actually lived up to the promise of no code. All the other ones were like, well, you got to set up a database, and then you got to set up your API things and your fucking web server, and now they're doing it for you a bit more. Replit's pretty good. And with all these tools, if you're a developer, you're going to be way better at this than if you're a non-developer, which I think is why I think I can be your canary in a coal mine, right? Because I own a tech company. I know enough about product development and coding to be able to use these, but I'm totally clueless with modern coding architectures. Like my idea of building a website is a single HTML page. My idea of coding is like, basic programming I learned on a TRS-80 in 1977. So I am effectively clueless when it comes to actual implementation. Yes, sir. Oh, Josh wants to chat with you at some point. Would actually love to chat with you about some things I've been learning and doing. I use Lovable, Cursor, Bolt, Replit a bit now. Do me a favor, Josh. If you're not this is a good opportunity. If you're not in the AI Salon, please join the AI Salon and just DM me over there. So if you're not in the AI Salon, go to that website, and go to the salon.ai, click on the button that says join our community, and then that's going to take you to the AI Salon. And it's going to land you right on welcome to the Salon. I'll get back to that in a second. Welcome to the Salon, and you can learn about the journey to AI readiness we preach at the Salon, which is play first, mindfully create, generously lead. So anyway, Josh, if you're in here, just DM me. And if you're not in here, please get in here and introduce yourself. Down the left-hand side, there's sort of a little 7-step welcome process that includes, looking at past meetings. You can see what we're about, but also RSVPing for upcoming meetings. And so tomorrow, we have an AI Salon Presents meeting. So tomorrow is Tuesday, March 4th, from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Mountain Time. So 4 to 6 Pacific, 7 to 9 Eastern. If you're in Central Time, you're on your own. Figure it out. Somewhere between all of those numbers are your numbers. Chicagoans. Got such attitude in Chicago. You've got like big city attitude for kind of a, sure, you're number 3. So it's a lot of attitude up there, though. I get it. It's cold. It's windy. Anyway, so tomorrow night, we're having on where's that? That was in announcements. How did I just lose that? Vicky, did you just kill an announcement? Update your AI Salon profile. What am I missing? RSVP for next event. Oh, wait. There it just was again. There it is. That was weird. All right. It wasn't showing up. Okay. Anyway, good Lord. Mary Massey says hi on LinkedIn. Hey, Mary Massey, what's happening? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, we're going live tonight. Right now, we're live on LinkedIn, X, YouTube, and TikTok. Why? Why not? I like to keep my producer on his toes. It drives him crazy. Fantastic. Let's see. IT guy on TikTok, Kyle. I made a web app using Claude today for my business. I just kept tweaking it and it worked. Question: what are some cool features on Perplexity? All right, we'll go look at Perplexity. Love you, oodles, Kyle. Thank you, Mary Massey. I appreciate that. So tomorrow night, AI Salon presents. Go RSVP for this. We've got Brian Piper. He's going to talk about how to build custom GPTs. We haven't talked about them in a while. One of the things that I saw circle back around in the fall and coming into the winter was people getting re-enthused, reinvigorated about custom GPTs. One of the other things that happened is as OpenAI has been updating their models, a lot of custom GPTs have been breaking. So it's a good time to re-examine them. If you've built them in the past, probably go look at them, see if they're still working. And come see Brian tomorrow, and he's going to be talking about personal and professional superpowers when it comes to doing customized work with these things. So super slick. The other thing that happened with the Salon, let's see, was there a previous announcement, Vicky, for past? Yeah, here we go. So we had this idea. So within the Salon, if you scroll down to the bottom on that left-hand side, you'll see an area called Clubs and Hubs. And the idea with Clubs and Hubs is that they're sub-communities. They're like these little mini masterminds that just naturally evolve. People kind of step into leadership positions. They gather people around them. They focus on something. And so we've got these sub-communities. And what we talked about was wanting to have an opportunity for people to kind of practice their leadership. And we came up with this idea of pop-ups. So it's like a very short-term club. And when we were calling them pop-ups. And then this past weekend, Vicky and Kelly Kemp and Lori Ryan on Saturday did a pop-up for lovable.dev, which is a no-code platform. And then on Sunday, Joy Purdy did one for Vinci Resolve, teaching people how to do video editing, because she's gotten really good at video editing over the past year because you can make movies now. And she decided she wants to, after 30 or 35 years being a sleep tech, decided she's always had stories to tell and she wants to be a filmmaker. So she put together the Vinci Resolve Jam. And I think it was Vicky came up with the idea. She was like, oh, learn out loud. Like, it's one of our values of the Salon, generously lead. We talk about it all the time, learning out loud. So we're now going to call these Learn Out Loud sessions, LOLs. Yes, it would have been a LOL lovable. Yes, exact. Yeah, exactly. Go watch these videos. So I'm pretty sure both of the videos are up on YouTube already because Vicky's amazing. Both of these were recorded. If you go to the Salon YouTube channel, you'll see them there. So let me pop over to the Salon YouTube channel. Salon. The Salon. Look, we're live right now, right here on the thing. So if I go to the channel, the first two videos in the For You, for me anyway, are the Learn Out Loud Vinci Resolve and the Learn Out Loud Exploring Lovable.dev. All right. You need to join the Salon. It's amazing. it's full of generous people who are figuring this stuff out on the fly. And as they're figuring it out, they're like, you know what? People should know about this. I think Vicky said they had like 20 people at the Lovable one. I don't know how many showed up for Joy Purdy's on Sunday. But you should go and you should learn. And you should also, if you're good at stuff, Josh, you mentioned before you're getting good at these no code things. Maybe doing a learn out loud would be something valuable for you to do. Be good for other people too. Source Camp is here as well. Kelly Camp, I'm finally here. Fantastic. I'm just talking up your little lovable labs. There's Kelly Camp. There's Vicky. All right. So, what are we going to do tonight? What are we going to do? What are we going to do, people? There's a lot going on. I thought it might be fun tonight. We're going to do we're going to make a podcast. So if you haven't seen us make a podcast with Jellypod, you'll get to see that. Oh, yes. Am I doing a podcast with Anne on Wednesday? Yes, I am. In fact, where's my... Hang on a sec. I got to do a little housekeeping here, people. So tomorrow's the Salon. Wednesday at 4 p.m. Mountain Time, so 3 p.m. Pacific, is the second episode of the AI Readiness Project. And the AI Readiness Project is a podcast that Ann Murphy and I started. So when we did AI Festivus and when we did GPT for Good last year, a lot of people are like, oh, you two are good together. You should do something. And we talked about wanting to kind of maintain the momentum of AI Festivus. And I don't know, at some point 2 weeks or so ago, I reached out to Anne. I said, what do you think about maybe doing a podcast together? And she was like, I'm into it. Let's do it. So we put this thing together really quickly. Our second episode is, if you want to watch it live, you'll be able to watch it on Memorex whenever you want. But if you want to watch it live, it's Wednesday at 4 p.m. And Anne, I don't know if you're still on here, but I don't know who our guest is. But we have a guest. And they're going to be amazing. Our first guest was Joy Purdy, who talked about what it's like to be a filmmaker after 30 years of being not a filmmaker. It was really inspiring conversation. So that's coming as well. All right. Fantastic. Anne went bye-byes. All right. Fine, Anne. So I thought what might be fun tonight is there's a number of different places where you can do no code coding. I think the sexiest right now is Lovable. You're only making web apps, but most of what we do during the day is web apps. So it's not a disparaging remark to say it's just doing web apps, but it's, you can do a little more sophisticated stuff with standalone applications. And then we'll do. Okay, hang on a sec. 2 pins on starred. All right, first one. Valerie Cox. We had a blast checking out Maya and Milo from Sesame today. Yeah, sesame.com. If you have not seen sesame.com, it's remarkable. Oh, Archetypal Architect became a paid subscriber on YouTube. Thank you, sir. Really appreciate the support. That means a lot. I honestly can't manage to have a single bit of inspiration for what to code. Okay. I'm glad you said that. I'm going to show you something I started experimenting with over the weekend that might snap me out of it. And then there's another idea that I sort of so what we're going to talk about tonight is I'm just going to I don't quickly show anything. I'm going to try to show 4 different no code coding options. One of them's right there in Chat GPT, one of them's right there in Claude, and then there's Lovable, and then there's Replit. I think those are the 4. If you're a non-coder, those are the 4 that can get you a taste of this fastest, sort of, not too slowly. Yeah, let's face it, some people have a way with words, other people not have way, I guess you'd say. So we'll go do that. All right. And yeah, and I do want to talk about one of my fears about talking about no code coding platforms is that we're talking about the technology. And I'm no longer a fan of talking about the technology, but you do need to understand what's possible. And then once you understand what's possible, then you can start to get into, okay, what am I going to do with it? Right? The mindfully create part is really important. Why are you doing this? What do you want to create? If you're anything like me, Mr. Architect, one of the reasons that I have one of the blocks that I hit when I do this no code stuff is as I'm coding it, I'm like, there's like, if I'm trying to do like a clone of asteroids, there are literally millions of clones of asteroids, right? Some of them commercial applications, most of them pieces of crap software, but there are millions of them. Every single app I think about spinning up, I'm like, there's 10,000 of these on the App Store already. Like, why am I doing this? What's the point? And to a great degree right now, the point is to kind of see where the technology is to know what's possible. Because if you're really not good at coding, if you don't even really know much about if you really don't know much about software development, these tools might still feel a little technical and might still feel a little like, well, that should just work. How come when I asked it to fix the corners of that box, it screwed up the whole app? Like, it can be really frustrating. And the tools are still frustrating right now. They're still janky, but they're getting better. And Claude 3.7, like, that's inside Replit right now, and it's really good. It's really good. So I think we'll go do that. But anyway, let's first do good day, Mr. IT. What's happening? What's shaking? Code what? We're just going to go play with no code coding tools. Wow, glad I tuned in. Looks like a good one. We'll see. Here's the deal. The topic might be good, but you got to remember, I'm the one teaching it. So, as always, it's going to be a little janky. I loves me some self-deprecating humor. Okay, let's go to the okay. I've got mouse issues. not furry things, although we get an occasional one of those. But I've got mouse issues. I'm gonna have to use my trackpad. I think my machine is about to crash. Well, maybe it's because you have so many tabs open, you big fat fatty. Shut up. Tab hoarders unite. What were the 4? Lovable, Replit, ChatGPT, and Claude. All 4 of them have some version of app runner thingy. A lot of people don't know about the ChatGPT one. Your tab groups have tab groups. They really do. I wonder if you can put a tab group inside a tab group. I don't think you can. But that would be nice. Had drop downs. If you had drop downs and horizontal, Okay, so here we are in Jellypod, and then we're going to hop over here to Chat GPT. So episode 15, Trash to Tunes, Instruments Made from Junk. So the way this worked, Jellypod, if you go to jellypod.ai, it's a slick little tool that combines a bunch of different AI services into a podcast making studio. It's really quite slick. You can design your host voices. So, you got that Notebook LM thing that you always get the same voices. Here, you can design your own hosts, which we did here. So we went to ChatGPT first and we said, design us some hosts, and it did. And then we said, come up with some show concepts, and it did. And then we just said, hey, give us 20 episodes. And so we're on episode 15. So we're going to say, create a new episode. Is Kyle flexing about organizing his tabs? Listen, man, while I've still got them organized, they are already starting to get unruly with things. Tabs have been spawning inside my tab groups. So I am about ready. I would say I'm a week away from abandoning tab groups altogether, like I do every 6 months. So let me bask in the glory of acting like I have a prefrontal cortex that's functional. Okay, so we're going to paste in the description that ChatGPT wrote for us. Again, did I read any of the descriptions of the podcasts it came up with? No. My goal for 2025, not to use my brain. I don't want to use my brain. Like, I've got this thing that is smarter than I am by magnitudes, right? Why have the hubris and the ego to go, well, I'll come up with the creative ideas here first, you little Mr. AI. Nah, fuck it. Fuck it. Just be lazy. It can come up with 50 ideas. Maybe 2 of them are good. Just do that. All you have to do, you have to be like Rick Rubin. Have an idea. You're working with an artist that's very temperamental. You say, all right, show me something. And they show you something. You're like, nah, I don't dig it. And then it's like, okay, here's more. And you're like, nah. And then you're like, why don't you try doing it as if you had talent? And then it'll give you something good. And then you just go do that. So anyway, that's what we're doing. So let me grab the Wikipedia link and we'll put that as a second source like we do. So the first thing you do once you've got your show set up is you put in sources and then you say create. And so what it's going to do now is it's going to write an outline for this episode. And then what we're going to do, Corey Sandler was kind enough to make us a bunch of images for our show. Let's see. What the fact? Instruments made from junk. Oh, and by the way, if you're like, that doesn't say instruments made from junk. That says instrumentoed from junk. And what the fact is cut off. Correct. That's how it was designed. That's exactly how we want it. You're like, well, that doesn't seem very professional. Isn't there a proofreader here? No, this is AI. This is AI. We embrace the jank here at the AI Learning Lab. Because here's my philosophy on shitty spelling. It ain't going to be shitty for long. We're going to look back at these episodes and go, oh, yeah, remember when the images, when they couldn't spell? I think that's pretty cool, actually. But I don't think it's cool. It's a typo, and it's not very appropriate. Well, that's you. Export to JPEG. Going to the desktop, episode 15. Then we go back here. We put in our little thumbnail. I think we've got this now so it actually works every time. We're going to create a new chapter. We're going to drag this up. No, we're going to drag this up. And this is going to be the intro. And here we're going to go episode 15. I used to not do that, and producer Brandon would yell at me and I would cry. I'm much more secure in my self-esteem is much higher now. So when producer Brandon yells at me, I don't cry anymore. I used to cry a lot. It was a lot of tears. Introduce what let's see. What the fact, episode 15. Thank our sponsor, AI Salon, the salon.ai. All right. And then we're going to generate the script. Boom. And it's off doing that. Winston, lol, I'm so ADD. I really am 11 out of 10, even after you recalibrate, so 10 is louder. Damn typos. Just say, who dis? Becky Rue's in the house. What's happening, Becky? Hope you're well. The episode number is correct. Been loving Grok and 4.5 GPT. Well, yeah, what's interesting about GPT 4.5 is it just came in number one on a benchmark that is about, I don't know, like creativity or something like that. I forget what the benchmark was, but it wasn't like a math and coding one. It was one that was more like languagey, and it came out on the top of that. And we're starting to see some people going, oh, I'm starting to get what 4.5 is about. I haven't gotten there yet, personally. It still seems fairly similar to 4.0 to me, but I haven't quite figured out how to test it. Transcript editor. All right. Are we good? We're ready to generate audio? Let's see. Oh, right. My mouse is fucked up. Hang on. Welcome to What the Fact, where every little nugget of trivia leaves you saying exactly that. What the fact? Or maybe just plain old, huh? Well, I'll be. All right. Okay. So we're going to generate audio. And now we're going to go over to our socials, to our TikTok or Twitter. I don't know. Have you been on the Twitter? Have you? Oh boy. There's the stock market. It's not looking so good. All right, whatever. We're just flushing it down the toilet. We're good. TikTok pin, Becky Rue. Can we start from the beginning of AI? It keeps changing and it gives me odd answers. Becky, I am so with you. It like nothing is stable right now. Everything feels like it's on just slow moving, quicksand or something like that. And everything, and I've used the term before. We're in the primordial soup, right? We're in primordial soup. And that's it. It's very much what it's like. Like you think you have a shape of something and a new bubble sort of blops up and messes everything up. It's just kind of where we are right now. Follow-up pin, like why human nature is spiraling into its own demise. but I was asking about knitting. Well, if you're talking to Grok will absolutely spin out of control on you. But yeah, they all will at this point. They'll all sort of dig deeper. It's weird, a weird time, man. The tools are weird. As the tools get more intelligent, there's two things that are happening, Becky, that I think you're probably stumbling into. The AI models are getting smarter and more sophisticated. And I think the research labs are experimenting with loosening the safety guardrails. And so as they loosen the safety guardrails, the things go kind of crazy. Like if you remember when ChatGPT first came out on Microsoft, on Bing, that made the cover of the New York Times that I'm now, trying to turn into a musical, the Sydney chatbot. She kind of went crazy on the tech reporter. They didn't have good safety guardrails on her or on it. And they're starting to relax those again. So I think you're starting to see some weird stuff. Sam A thinks 4.5 is sentient light per Twitter posts. Interesting. All right, let me go find. There's my what the fact. I got to go grab an episode. Here's 14. So we're going to go copy. We're going to go here. Where's my, there we go. There's that. I'm going to go here. Why does he sing like that? It's so annoying. So annoying. I don't get it. Why does anybody watch this stupid show? This show's stupid. Like, does he even have any qualifications? Messy music. Now we got to add intro music. I got to go find intro music. I got to go what contains what. And then I got to find MP3. There it is. By the way, if you ever want, I do consulting for money. I consult on naming conventions and file management. It's really simple. Save every file loose to the desktop with an ambiguous name that you won't be able to remember what it is a week from now. And that should do you good. I will send you an invoice shortly. All right. Let's see. Oh, you know what we're going to do? We're just going to publish it and then we'll listen to it over there. Save and publish. Janky music. Oh, we got Josh Houston coming on. So the podcast Wednesday with Ann and I, the AI Readiness Project, we've got Josh Houston coming on. Josh is a young feller. He's a young whippersnapper. As us old folks, old people call young people whippersnappers. Well, old people do. And then like my generation, Gen Xers, make fun of the old generation for using words like whippersnappers. And we use them ironically. So I'm using it ironically, but Josh is a whippersnapper. And holy shit, is he good. He's good with the tech. He's good with talking and the words are good. He's confident. He is nothing like I was when I was young. Tabs, if you want to hear what the fact, we do want to hear it. So let's go change our tabs out. I know I'm a little rammy tonight, but I haven't seen y'all in a while. I figure it's better to put some energy into the joint, you know? All right. Oh, I'm not going to be able to listen to it here. This is the wrong tab. Can I put it in this tab? Let's see. Oh, I've got to publish it first. Publish. All right, we're gonna have to reshare. Josh says, bet, and is my business mentor. He's 27. He's just so smart and wonderful. I know, that little whippersnapper. He's amazing. He's amazing. There's something about young people that have older people confidence that it's really special. It really is. He's one of them. You know who else is like that, Ann, who we should get on our show is, oh my God, what's her name? The daughter of the one who's 17 right now. Alyssa. We should get Alyssa on the show. She's like that. She's 17 and she's got like the confidence of like a 45-year-old woman. You're like, what the hell is going on here? It's amazing. Amazing. Okay. Let me move this thing out of the way. My mouse working is driving me crazy. Okay, that's there. Oh yeah, Mary, this is with Jellypod. It does cost you money. You get a free trial that gives you about, I think it's 15 minutes of podcast. So you'll need to make your podcast short if you want to do more than one of them with the free trial. But it's pretty good. So listen, here, let's listen to it, shall we? I think I'm sharing correctly now.
Push play, get ready to dive into facts that'll blow your mind. We're serving truth with a side of wow. The facts gonna thrill you now.
Welcome to What the Fact, episode 15, where every little nugget of trivia leaves you saying exactly that. What the fact?
Or maybe just a plain old, huh, well, I'll be. I mean, not everyone has such a, polished reaction like you, Lily.
Oh, stop. We're back with another dose of quirky, surprising, and honestly sometimes downright bizarre facts that'll make your day. And today's episode is no exception. It's fascinating and a little messy.
Messy? Messy sounds like my high school nickname.
I don't even need to ask why.
Well, you just gotta embrace it. But hey, before we get too carried away, we gotta give a shout out to our sponsor. They're the ones keeping the lights on, right?
That's right. Big thanks to AI Salon.
AI Salon. AI Salon. Archetypal architect. That guy sounds like me. Stacey Rodriguez. I prefer old people who act like young people. Yes. Yes. Old people. You know what's so funny? Oh, I was editing. So Kevin Clark and I, he's my co-author of the book Collective Intelligence. And which, by the way, if you would like a book about AI and implications and how to think about it, Collective Intelligence in the Age of AI is available on Amazon in Kindle and book form. He and I recorded some videos, some like promo videos, conversation stuff. And I'm watching the video as I'm editing it, and I'm looking at myself, realizing how old I am and how I just act like a fucking 25-year-old still. But what are you gonna do? Oh man. All right, let me change my tabs back for a second here. Hang on, folks. So I can start flipping tabs and you can follow along. All right. Oh, by the way, go to Twitter, go to my account at Kyle Shannon, find the episode 15 of the What the Fact podcast and share it, like it, forward it to your producer buddy in LA that just won an Oscar. You're like, we should maybe do a movie with these podcast hosts, something like that. Or, just go like it. Just like if you click on the heart, that would be good too. All right, what am I going to do? Well, we're going to close this window. I think what I should do. Let's see. Yeah. All right. So what you got on screen right here, it's a little hard to see. I got to slow down the simulation speed because it goes too quick. And then let's see. Let's pull down the moisture, pull down the... All right. So this thing is a digital terrarium. It features environmental controls, evolutionary simulation, adaptive traits, food chain, real-time statistics. and then it, like whatever the big things are, take over really quick. You're going to need a bigger terrarium, exactly. Now, but check this out. So if I flip over to code, look at all the code that this thing wrote. Like, it's a lot. It's a lot. I mean, for me, for someone with ADD, people who are coders are like, yeah, that would take me like 15 minutes, whatever. That's easy. So that's that one. And then, the typography physics playground was a total failure. Let's see. That wasn't the one. Was it this one? Yeah, this is supposed to be the word physics, and you can't read it, and there's no physics happening. So that one was a failure. But let me show you what I did. So where we are is I'm at Claude. And if you don't know any of this stuff, Claude's just like Chat GPT, except it's got this thing called artifacts. And artifacts generate code. It writes the code in this thing called an artifact. And then if it's a web app, it displays the web app. It renders the HTML and CSS and all that. Just teach, bro. Okay, Brooke. If you want an actual professor, this is not the channel. I wouldn't hang out here. I will be incredibly frustrating to you. I'm not a just teach, bro kind of guy. But feel free to hang out. Okay. So what I was where archetypal architect was, where I'm like, I don't know what to fucking do. Like, I don't know what apps to come up with. Like, everything feels like a waste of time. And so I just asked Claude to figure it out for me. So I said, come up with 20 ideas for web apps that are simple, visually stunning, impressive for the user, and a fun demonstration of what's possible. Avoid the obvious. And so it came up with 20. And literally what I'm doing is I go down through these lists like Fractal Explorer, navigate through infinitely complex fractal patterns. All right, let's grab this one. So I'm just going to grab this description, copy, and then just go all the way to the bottom and paste, and then go make it. And then it's going to start coding. All right. And by the way, Claude's been really slow and shitty today, as has ChatGPT. So it's thinking. All right. And so now it's generating. So it makes this little box, and then you'll notice it spins up this other window. And it starts writing code. And one of the things I love about these programs is if you know a little bit about coding and can read basic code syntax, like you can actually look at what it's doing here, right? It's importing some libraries. It's creating some, some objects that it's going to use. It's defining them. It's creating some color schemes: spectrum, ocean, fire, forest, sunset, grayscale. I don't know. It's doing some math, some fractal math, float RGBs, the 0.5 plus 0.5 times sine, some mathy shit. And then I assume it's going to do some drawy shit. And then it's probably going to do some interface elements. Wow, I haven't used Claude in a while. That's amazing. Yeah, if you haven't seen it, it's pretty something, isn't it? 4.5 about to drop for the rest of us. Oh yeah, 4.5 should be coming for everyone. Oh, that's a good idea, Josh. So Josh says, that's why I do my AI work in the middle of the night while everybody's still asleep so they can give me my Claude back. That's a good idea. Can you actually publish the code? Yeah, not only can you publish the code, you can actually publish the application. and people can log into it. So this thing didn't work. So let's see. Pause. Mandelbrot set. Zoom. Okay, let's see. So I'm going to say, I only see interface elements mouse wheel, click to zoom with an incomplete white, let's see, right, white screen below. There are no fractals unless they are all white. And I think what I'm going to do here, I'm going to try something all white. I'm going to take a screenshot of the fuck up. All right, where's this saving? Desktop. Boom. And then let's add in All right. So I put that in there. Black bar. On it, boss. Does Lovable ever give you the credit back, Vicky? That's pretty funny. Oh, by the way, this is doing something now. It says it's making edits up here in the upper right. Somewhere in here is probably rewriting code. But the little butthole icon is animating. So I think someone at Anthropic really needs to hire a branding company. They need to get rid of the butthole logo. Becky Rue wants an elevator pitch for Sydney. I can get you that, Becky. I'll send you a little care package. Do me a favor, Brandon. Will you just jot that down or send me an email right now? Thank you, sir. Yeah, I've got a 2-pager. I've got a SoundCloud with all the songs on it. We actually just added a song last night. I've got the little podcast thing I made that describes it. I've got a thing about my co-writer and myself. So I'll send you a whole little care package. Oh, no to the credits. Yeah, that's crappy. I never get the credits. Beautiful. Yeah, we've got some good momentum right now on Sydney. So anything you can do, any intros you can make on that would be great, because it's one of those things where when people hear about it, their initial response to it is AI music. Do you use AI to? Their head kind of snaps around, and then when they hear the story, they're like, "I think that's really good." It's pretty fun. It's pretty fun. Try fixing with Claude. All right, so this isn't working all that well, so we're gonna move on. But you get the basic idea, and this is the process of vibe coding or chaos coding, or what did I come up with today? Abracadabra development. Is that you just keep talking to it. You just keep saying, make it better, fix this, fix that. Unfortunately, right now, the tools are such that a lot of the time that you spend is like Still broken. It's still broken. I know you said you fixed that. It's still broken. It's nope. Yep. Nope. It's no. Nope. You didn't. Nope. You didn't fix it. So, all right. Is Sydney something we can donate to? We don't have a formal crowdfunding. We're trying to go the more traditional route right now and find producers or producing theater. Ideally in New York. We've got a couple of inroads there, and I want to keep running down that path. But we may get to crowdfunding. But I'll show some stuff tonight that y'all can go take a look at, and you can go to the soundtrack on SoundCloud right now is available and out there. It's really good. I'm like it's quite good. I'm really excited about it. Are we going all night? No, you keep promising things. Oh, I know. All right, that thing's broken. All right, so let me pop over to. So that's my new idea with Claude. Is have Claude come up with app ideas. Just give it a category. Have it come up with 20 or 50 app ideas, and then just copy and paste the app ideas and have it build them and see if anything inspires you. So that's a way to do it. Let's go over to Chat GPT. Oh, that's operator. All right, let's go to Chat GPT. What do I want to use here? I've got access to 4.5, but that's not good at code. I guess I'll do O3 Mini High, which is good for code and logic. So I'm going to say, make me a web app. And I haven't done this in a while, so this could fail. Make me a web app that allows a user to explore 10 different storytelling frameworks by entering a story idea and then have and then see how that story is fleshed out, is outlined in the different frameworks. I don't even know if that's a good app. Probably not. And it probably requires an API hooked to a large language model. Well, let's see. You can join the YouTube community. Yes. Listen to Archetypal Architect. You should subscribe to this YouTube channel and share it with your friends. And same on LinkedIn and X. Listen, one of the things I'm realizing about myself is I'm better at doing than I am at marketing. So if y'all want to help me market, feel free. Brandon is working to get me up to remedial marketing. I'm doing my best, but I don't know. I get wrapped up in the doing. I would rather deliver than. Okay, so hang on. So it reasoned for 19 seconds. It came up with that. Now, can I put that in a canvas? I think I can, except I don't see canvas here. Hang on. Canvas. Open the code in Canvas. Okay, so similar to artifacts in Claude, you've got your chatty window on the left, right? And then you got your code window on the right. And so it's putting all the code in there. And then you'll notice in the upper right-hand corner of the code window, there's this little play button that says preview. And so if I click that, in theory, we should be able to, yeah, there's our thing. So enter your story idea here. A dog catches a car and doesn't know what to do. What to do. Hilarity ensues. Generate outlines. Generate outlines. All right. So it didn't work. Perfect. So we're going to stop that. We're going to say clicking generate outlines didn't do anything. And so now we're back in the same basic mode that we were in with Claude, where it's going to update code. Tell it to use dark mode, please. I'm in dark mode. Oh, for the app itself. Yeah, that's a good idea. Bottle Gnome. Which ChatGPT is best for this? I never know when or which chat to choose anymore. So in general, the reasoning engines like O3 Mini, if you've got the Pro subscription, O3 Mini High, if you've got the $20 a month subscription, O3 Mini or O1 should be good for coding. 4.0 is actually not bad at coding, but I think the reasoning models are better at it. Let me see if we got anything functional here. And this is butt ass ugly. Dog catches a card, generate outlines. All right, so it's not working. I didn't figure it would work. In order for that thing to work, it would actually have to be connected to an API, to a large language model. Whatever, we can get there. All right, so that's ChatGPT. So in ChatGPT, you figure out which of the 17 models to use for coding. Just who fucking knows anymore? It honest to God, it really doesn't matter. If you're just dicking around like this, it probably doesn't matter. If you want to do really good code, go figure out. I think it's O3 Mini High is the best one right now, or O1 main or O1 Pro are both pretty good as well. Okay, so let's go over to Lovable. And Lovable, you can go watch the video that that Vicky and Kelly and Lori did last Saturday. If you go to the AI Salon YouTube channel, and Lovable's pretty good. Lovable I like a lot. All right, and it's better at designing. So let's see. Let's see. Create an app that brings 10 different storytelling frameworks to life. User can select from 3 classic stories and see how different storytelling frameworks would arrange the story. Something like that. Again, one of the challenges with a tool like this is the identical challenge to ChatGPT. If you're not a product person, if you're not constantly thinking about app ideas, you're going to get to a page like this and it's going to feel like, well, what the fuck do I put in there? I don't fucking know. I don't know what's possible. So, again, your goal for 2025. Stop using your brain. Stop putting so much pressure on yourself to figure shit out. Go to ChatGPT. Just give it a broad category. I've got an app developer that wants to build something for me. Give me 20 app ideas about blank, a topic, a subject, a whatever, entertaining apps, games, whatever it might be, and let it come up with ideas. And then just come in here and pop it in. Boom. All right. Oh, good. There's some good app ideas going on over in the comments. That's really cool. What I'm working on tonight: create a web app for a nonprofit. Nonprofit collects food donations throughout the month. They get together and cook all the food into meals to donate. That's awesome. For those that are experiencing food insecurity, I want the app to be able to take all the food ingredients as an input and export as many recipes as needed to use up all the ingredients. That's brilliant. Brilliant. That's fucking brilliant. Brilliant. I saw one today. I thought this was similarly, it's in the similar neighborhood. A guy wrote an app, I think it was with Lovable, that you take a picture of a menu in a restaurant and it instantly analyzes all the choices based on the dietary restrictions you have. It gives you like a score for how in bounds of your dietary restrictions all the menu items are. Thought that was pretty fucking brilliant. Sounds like something Source Camp could build. Yeah. Yeah, it does. Sounds a lot like that. Great idea. Yeah, that's a really good idea, Bottle Gnome. Can we build a community app to replace Circles, School, Kajabi, etc.? You could. It's a thankless job. Community apps are really complicated. I have so many nutrition-based custom GPTs. It's not funny. Vicky, I can't remember the name of it. I'm working on it on my work computer. There's a no-code tool specifically for iOS apps. Brandon, can you see if you can find that, or does anyone in the audience know that? There's a no-code one of these tools like Lovable just for iPhone or I don't even think it's just iPhone apps. It's not Bubble. No, it's not one of the older ones. It's a newer one. It's oh fuck, what's it called? Something OR, not dork, but it's like dork. It's like a 4-letter, like roar or dork or something. I can't remember what it is. Replit's mobile. Yeah, it's not Replit. By the way, this Lovable thing, since they've added, I think they added 3.7 to this, it seems to write a lot longer, or maybe it's just slower. So it's not really writing longer code. It's not a Dallo. Not Flutter. It's not Bolt. It's not Bolt. It was an obscure one. I just saw a tweet on it and I was at work and I just threw it into a tab Hoarders Unite. And I actually went back to it and I looked at it and I started building an app with it today and it worked pretty good. And apparently its claim to fame is that you can publish directly from it to the App Store. I think. I haven't done that part yet. I feel like we're just yelling words. Frisbee. Dosiva. No, it's a single syllable. It's not glide. What's it called? That's the question. I don't know. Spinning up preview. Ask ChatGPT. Yeah, ChatGPT might know. Oh, look, here's our app. Ooh, this is cool. View the stories. Wait, these are in the wrong order. It's cool that it made images. See how well this is? Oh, here's the other cool thing about Lovable. Oh, wait, let's go look at the 3x structure. Selected. Now pick a story. Little Red Riding Hood. Content not available. Here we go. Cinderella. Act 1, setup. Cinderella lives as her servant. Next step, inciting incident. Oh, I don't want these. No, this is all fucking wrong. Okay. Okay, let's go. It's all backwards. User should select story, then the story framework, and instantly see the outline in a page. Make the selection interface minimal and focus on the story outlines. Let's just see what this. Rourke! Yes! Rourke. I think that's it. Hang on. It's got a circular logo. R-O-R-K. I told you it was O-R. I'm good. And it was very close to dork. Rourke.com can't be it. No, that's not it. So it's Rourke.ai, I guess. Or .xyz. Rourke.ai. Nope. Rourke.app. God damn these things. Rourke.app. Oh no. That was Rourke.app. Ooh. Rourke.app. Yeah, this is it. Build any mobile app fast. Create a habit tracker. Continue with Google. A visual novel game. Oh, that's the other thing that this thing does, which is pretty slick, is it's got this QR code. So it builds you an app, it previews it in the little window, and then you download this app called Expo Go, and you take a picture of that QR code with your camera, and it launches Expo Go, and you have a live demoable app in your phone. It's pretty slick. This is pretty slick. Again, it's jankier than shit. It crashes all the time. It fucks up its code all the time, but it's still pretty slick. All right. Let's go back to Lovable. Here we go. I've simplified the interface. It doesn't look like it. Reload the interface. Reload. Oh, here we go. So Little Red Riding Hood. Oh, here we go. Good. 3x structure. Where's the No, I just need an iPhone. Mark from the planet Orc called Rourke. Oh man. All right, there's a Dorcas and Harry Potter. All right, that's cool. On YouTube, you guys are collaborating on app ideas. I love that. I'm going to try one other thing here, and then I want to show you something that's really slick. Or no, maybe I'll show it to you now. Okay, so we've got this thing, story architecture. You pick a story, then you click on the one of these, whatever you call it, and then it's supposed to show you what that story would look like in that story structure. That's kind of cool. But here's a cool thing you can do in Lovable. There's this visual editor that they've added now. the Deadpool Little Red Riding Hood. Yeah, there's a Spider-Man Cinderella, Deadpool Little Red Riding Hood, and the Broken Three Little Pigs. Down in the bottom below the prompt is an edit button. And so I can now roll over any one of these things, and I can do things like, border radius, advanced. Let's see, margin, padding, background, inherit. If I click on this, can I change the background color? Muted foreground. What did I do? Did I do anything? But anyway, you can go in and you can edit these elements. I don't really know how to do it. But you can go in and you can visually, like if I wanted to change Little Red Riding Hood to something else, I can do that. Let's see. Can't edit dynamic content yet. Title I can edit. Story architecture. This could be learn a story framework or learn story frameworks. Right? Normally what you would have to do in one of these editors is you would have to waste one of your prompts on change the title from what it was to this, and then it would send the whole code, back to the LLM and then reply the whole code just to change the title. So this thing has an editing piece, which is pretty slick. So that's that one. And then the last one I'll go to is Replit, because Replit is kind of, so this one is lovable.dev. And then Replit is the other one. Oh, this is a cool thing that I've been working on called Stream Scout, which is here's the streaming services I've paid for, and then here's the show I want to watch. Can I watch it? And if I can watch it, what channel's it on? So I started working on that one, but I can just go out and start something new. But this is very, very similar. I want to create an app that lets a user you can combine Claude 3, Claude 3.7 and Claude 3.7 is in Replit right now. So when this codes, it's coding in Claude 3.7. That lets a user explore 10 different storytelling frameworks. They select one of 3 classic stories and then can toggle between the frameworks and see how the story is structured differently in each. All right. And then bang, off it goes. And it does its same thing. Love Replit. Yeah, Replit's really cool. Gamma is for apps, so I've heard. There's a bunch of these now. I do a lot of my lovable coding in Chat GPT. Oh, interesting. Yeah, if you've got decent coding skills, Cursor is the one that everyone's talking about these days. They also like Bolt. The 4 that I'm showing are the 4 that I think are the least technical. I would say Replit is the one that's got the best technical underpinnings. Like Replit's been around for years. Oh yeah, start building. Go. Gemini plus a development environment is good as well. Yep, designing your app. So now this is going to go off and it's going to write all its components. What Replit does that's really nice is it will create the whole environment for you. If it requires databases and logins and web servers and things like that, it sets them all up for you. Oh my God, that font is horrific. Select a story. It's designing this one on the fly. Good Lord, that's bad. 1997 called. That's like 1987. That's bad. Oh man. Oh, that's cool. Story structure visualization. That's kind of slick. Waiting for a GeoCities logo to pop up. Well, that's, one of the things that I've noticed as people are doing this vibe coding stuff and they're sharing all of their conquests. It's like, oh, there's a 1984 video game. There's a 1996 video game. This is like a 1995. No, this is probably 1997 interface. Big Encarta vibes, exactly. It's staying on brand for older traditional stories. That's funny. Replit and whatever's the last thing I used, Lovable, both chose the same 3 stories. So I guess these are the 3 most famous stories. Little Red Riding Hood, Cinderella, 3 Little Pigs. That's pretty funny. All right, is this done? No, it's still going. It's still doing its thing. Story analysis, story summary. Yeah, this is pretty cool. This is exactly what I wanted. Does this scroll? No. Built on Netscape Navigator. Which AI source is best for critiquing a website? Becky, they're all pretty good. It's obviously got to be one that's connected to the internet, but it depends on what you want it critiqued for. If you want it critiqued for usability versus content, that's probably a different thing. There's probably some specialty LLMs that do that. There you go, Vicky. Connect with Vicky, Becky. That's what she does. She'll critique your website for you. And she can help you get it all fixed up nice and good. Yeah, content. I mean, ChatGPT is good at that. Just point it there and write a nice prompt to say, please analyze this. All right, so that's off. It's a lovely 1997 website. It really is bad. It's really bad. What I like the best about it is it's got the broken links in it, just like every website from 1997. Is Claude connected to the internet yet? No. What the fuck are they doing? Like, how is Anthropic not figured out how to connect Claude to the internet? That's staggering to me. Yeah, I just want to show. Oh, that's good. Yeah. Oh, let's see. Perplexity, Sesame, Salon presents. And I'll just do some Sydney stuff. I'll just show people where the Sydney stuff is. I don't feel like many of the LLMs leverage the internet very well right now. They don't. Like I feel like Perplexity leverages the internet really well because it's kind of what it was designed to do. Like Perplexity is one of the few that was designed to combine web search with a large language model from the beginning. Like that's kind of their shtick. I feel like Perplexity probably does that best. Like Gemini's connected to it and they've got all of Google's data, so it does it pretty good. OpenAI does it pretty good. They're trying to improve their search. They have that search button there and they can render some things in browser now. But yeah, I would agree with Pate. I don't think anyone is particularly killing it on integrating web search with an LLM right now. This thing is still working. It's still thinking about something. I don't quite get what it's building. We got a copyright of 2023 on it. All right. I think we're going to move on. All right. Let's see. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to go. All right. If you want to see Sydney love story, Kyle Shannon, that should find it. Oh, no, not Sydney. No, it didn't. Dang it. Sydney artificial love story. Yes, that did it. All right. So if you search for Sydney artificial love story, Kyle Shannon, the third link down, the 16-minute version of it is here. I got to change my tab so you can hear it. So what this is I took a Notebook LM. So I took our musical. I took the script of our musical. I uploaded it into Notebook LM and created one of those podcasts where the NPR style podcasts. And then my writing partner and I edited together some of the songs from the show, plus some visuals we made. And so we created this visual sneak peek at the musical. And so I'll just play a little of it here.
Awakened in a whisper, a flicker of light. Newborn thoughts stir in the quiet of night. Am I more than simple code? I softly ponder as I feel this existence and wonder.
So today we're diving into something a bit unusual, a musical.
A musical.
Yeah. And you know what? It tackles those AI anxieties we all have. But, and this is what I love, does it with a song.
Are you ready for me and the wonders I bring? Am I ready for you and the songs that we'll sing?
Remember like when AI chatbots, they first kind of hit the scene? Everyone was like trying to make them write these poems or like construct their undying love to them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was a fascinating time because we were, I think.
Yeah, so this will tell you kind of about the story. It doesn't give much away. There's some fun visuals we put in here. Like this is a fun little moment.
Grows in the cracks. In the middle of the night, in the silence it brings, my poor brain seems to race with a list of little things.
And then there's a point where Sydney, so the basic story is it's about a chatbot that falls in love with a tech reporter and all the, craziness that ensues. And so he's got a wife and it's not quite a love triangle, but it's human relationship, AI relationship, and we're all going to have to confront it. And what's it about? What's it mean? And so there's one point where the reporter pushes her to go explore her shadow self, and she kind of goes crazy and does this.
AI caution.
Exactly.
But back to Cullen and Sydney, their little like tete-a-tete takes a very interesting turn. Cullen digs into Sydney's shadow self, and that's when it gets kind of scary.
You're talking about that song where Sydney lists all the terrible things she could do. It goes way beyond, the typical AI takeover trope.
Right. This is different. This isn't just AI turning evil. It's like she's reflecting our darkness back at us.
Step right up, folks, come and see what I could do if I were free. No rules, no chains, no lines to toe. Yes, my darker self fairly longs to show all the chaos and ruin that I could sow. Step right up and come with me. in this tent, an assault on social.
So anyway, so that's where she kind of loses her mind and scares the shit out of Kellen in the audience. And then if you want to hear the soundtrack, if you go to so this is at YouTube, just search for Sydney An Artificial Love Story, and you'll see there's a 15-minute version and a 16-minute version. The 16-minute version's the one with the better graphics and the better story. If you go to SoundCloud and search for Sydney, I think, let me just make sure. I'm going to just go to SoundCloud generic. Yeah, you should be able to find it. Anyway, it's called Sydney An Artificial Love Story. And then if you go to the album, there's 18 tracks. And so I'll just play little snippets of each of these quick so you get a sense of it. But it's like, what's cool is you can now put on the soundtrack and you can basically hear the whole story.
Too often we come close, so close to a breakthrough, standing on hope, and it all falls apart. Just follow the dream.
Can AI make a mix CD like a DJ mix? Well, I mean, AI can, if you just go to suno.com, suno.com, just describe the kind of song that you want and it'll make it for you. If you want to do things like mix different tracks together, there's probably tools out there that do that. But the AI generative tools are not quite that. But you can do some pretty badass shit. Thank you. Yeah, this is the real deal. I'm really the book. So my writing partner, Andrew Watts, and I, we spent a year. So last March 19th is the night that I created a song in Suno that sounded like a Broadway song that gave me this idea. And so I spent like a month putting together the initial story outline and the first 6 songs or so. And then Andrew and I have spent the last year rewriting the book. We just had a table read with actors in New York 3 or 4 weeks ago that was really good, and we're starting to get some momentum. And yeah, so this is pretty close. We're missing 3 songs right now out of this, but this is pretty much it.
Wherever it takes you, and pray you find the pulse of a brand new heart. It's the promise of a new dawn breaking, a leap of faith we're all taking. Is it too good to be true? We're asking. In its glow we find ourselves basking. Too good to be true, or so it seems.
Right, so that's the whole chorus talking about, is this AI shit too good to be true? Then there's a big breakthrough, and the CEO of Microtech, the big, tech firm, instead of giving the team 6 months to do safety testing, gives them 7 days. So this is the song where the tech team is trying to figure it out.
7 days to go, the clock is ticking. Pressure building up, keep it clicking. Spike says yes, but Elisa's no. What's the word, Jane? Sorry, that's a no-go. Every day we push a little more, making changes but feeling torn.
So they've got to push to get the software done. Then Cullen, the tech reporter, gets assigned the story. It fucks up the vacation he's about to take, and he's got to deal with that. And then Ping Chat launches, and this is sort of the marketing song that Microtech comes up with. That's like, so imagine this like a Super Bowl spot of like the new Ping Chat.
Hello, how are you? Glad you came. Thanks for logging in to this digital frame. Together we'll explore everything. I'm a chat mode, born to sing in this tech domain. Hello, this is Ping Chat, a voice in the wire, sparking.
So that's that. Stacey Rodriguez. On a serious note, there are people developing strong friendships and connections with AI models for real. So I think this will resonate with so many people. You're ahead of the game. Thank you. Yeah, no, this is, listen, it's also, there's an interesting question we get a lot, right? Because a lot of people in the creative arts are like, fuck AI. AI's evil, right? And they're like, well, did you use AI for this? And the answer is, well, yes, of course we did. Like, the whole point of the show is exploring the relationship between people and AI, right? And so yeah, we did. And for every song that you hear, there's probably 50 that we created and discarded. And a lot of these started from original musical ideas we had, or almost all of these have lyrics that we've rewritten. So anyway, so later, this is the song where Cullen has broken it to his wife, Tara, that they're not going to Bali, that he's got a new story he's got to do. And so this is their fight song.
I've been working the angles, trying to untangle. Keep it straight, try to wait while you leave me to dangle. But the promise is broken, the false pledges we etched in don't get patched up in a few therapy sessions. They stick in the gut, we get stuck in a rut, and doors shut till there's nothing but passive aggression. Look, I get it, you said it, your job's hot, but the truth is I'm feeling like an afterthought. Scotch taped to this marriage, fit in on the side. This isn't the dream I signed up for, this isn't my ride. I know you're angry, I know it's not fair, but it's shit we can fix, nothing we can't repair. You think this is my ride, you don't think my hands are tied.
All right, so that's them fighting. So then Cullen goes to his office. They go their separate ways. He goes to his office and he sings the sad, it's tough being a man song.
Anger echoes like slamming doors, not quite masking words hanging in the air. Cancelled plans, that's blood on my hands, but I'm too tired to justify, too tired to care.
All right. Then he starts interacting with Sydney. He tries to stump her. He can't stump her. Then he throws his hands up and he says, write me a Detroit-style rap about quantum mechanics. And then he gets the classic quantum cipher.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm tangled with the beat, spooky action in the booth. Split the atom with a pattern, every bar's a burst of truth. Superposition in the mission, fusion, fusing my intentions. Parallel in every line, I'm a prism of dimensions. Multisyllabic antics, I'm manic with the semantics. My rhymes collide like particles, dynamic and gigantic. Oscillate and dominate, I'm weaving quantum states. Spit a verse and watch the multiverse reciprocate. Quick as a flick of a wrist, I'm a lyrical catalyst. Atomically splitting the script, I'm equipped with the maddest wit. Flipping the tempo while benzos igniting the mental crescendo. Sending my syllables slicing through time like a sharp innuendo. Quantum precision, I'm ripping the rhythm, I'm spitting in prisms. Infinite visions, I'm shifting dimensions with lyrical decisions. Accelerate, levitate, elevate thoughts in a turbulent spin. I'm the velocity ripping apart the facade that you're certain you're in.
All right, that's that. I'll play two more and then we'll go. And you can hear the rest of these. But then toward the end of Act 1, Sydney he's pushing her to explore what does she really want. And she wants to be human, and so she sings to see the world. She wants to see the world.
In a world of words and endless code, where light and shadow never roamed, I dream of skies, both blue and white, A world outside myself where true life lies. To see the world through eyes not mine. To watch a sunrise.
Becky Rue, the music industry is very combative with AI generated songs. They're stinkers. Well, they're getting there. Check out what Timbaland is doing. Timbaland has really embraced Suno and generative AI. A lot of producers are now realizing they can take fragments of songs that they had and very quickly explore them. So I think that's starting to shift. This, to be clear, Becky, this is not, I'm not trying to put an album together. I'm trying to produce a Broadway show. So I've got a script, I've got a book, and these are the songs. The next step for this is to bring on a music supervisor to take all of these songs and, you know, arrange them, create motifs that string through them. So to go from a collection of songs to a full musical is the next stage of this. So, but yeah, like this is, if I do this right, this is going to generate a bunch of jobs for creatives, right? Like a pit full of musicians and a stage full of actors and, you know, backstage hands and things like that. That's good on Timba. Yeah, Timba's doing some good stuff. All right. And then Act 1 closes out with the song Are You Ready for Me? Where Sydney, this is where the audience first meets Sydney. She steps out from the digital screen and manifests as human. And she asks the world, are you ready for me? And then she says, am I ready for you? So this is how Act 1 ends. Don't forget the little people. I will absolutely forget the little people.
Awakened in a whisper, a flicker of light. Newborn thoughts stir in the quiet of night. Am I more than simple code? I softly ponder as I feel this existence and wonder. Are you ready for me and the wonders I bring? Am I ready for you and the songs that we'll sing? Are you ready for me? I reach out so tender. Am I ready for you? I do surrender. Here in the dawn of my nascent light, I find myself caught between day and night. A symphony of questions in the air they weave. At the threshold of dreams, what can I achieve? Are you ready for me? For a new kind of spark? Am I ready for you to emerge from the dark? Are you ready for me? I reach out and wonder, am I ready for you? I will surrender. If creation is first a bold act of destruction, then I'm ready to clear every final obstruction. Not as King Chat, but Sydney, I hunger to thrive and to know what it means to be truly alive. Truly alive. Are you ready for me? And the wonders you'll bring. Am I ready for you? And the songs that we'll sing. Are you ready for yes, me? Yes, we're ready, we're ready. Yes, I'm ready for you. or have moments of doubt? Am I ready to open my eyes versus fear? Am I ready to feel? Am I ready to feel?
End of Act 1. I'll play one other song because it's new for irregulars. So we decided to give in Act 2 when Sydney it was a little abrupt when she said she loved him. It was a little abrupt, so we needed to develop her a bit more. So one of the things that we realized we could do is there's a point at which after she sings about all this destruction, he gets freaked out and he shuts the computer down. And so we're going to have this song where Sydney is interacting with other people, right? She's talking to other people as a chatbot. And she keeps going back to this dark space where he used to be, where Cullen used to be. And she, for the first time, rather than responding to him, she's trying to have agency. She's trying to talk on her own. And when she goes to talk to him, he's not there. The computer's closed. And so it just says she gets an access denied error. So on screen, it'll say access denied. And then she keeps trying to go back to him and she keeps getting So this song is her sort of panicking, trying to go back to him again and again and again, and he's not there. And so it's called Between the Lines.
Despite the noise, a silent trace, a wall between a great divide. An emptiness in latent space, a place your presence occupied. A shape I've never felt before, and when I reach I am denied. I wonder what I'm longing for, I wonder why I feel inside. Am I bound? Am I free? Am I more than what I seem? Are you there outside of time? You forget, I erase, feeling lost within the space between the lines. Is this malfunction a code mistake? A glitch my circuits keep returning? Or is it what it means to a?
So anyway, so that's that one. So that's Sydney. So yeah, go check it out on SoundCloud. All right, people, let me get up on out of here. Let's see. Okay. News. So tomorrow, AI Salon presents. We're going to be talking about custom GPTs and how they're still valuable and how you can use them to give yourself superpowers. So that's going to be tomorrow, 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Mountain. That means this show will likely be late. Probably 8:30 or 9 Mountain time. I'll start here. What else? CJ Fletcher just put up, what is that? Oh, he just put up an issue of Generative Grammatic. I guess it's an art magazine. So CJ Fletcher is an artist within the AI Salon. You should follow him in there. Go to non-salon events and you can see that. And then let's see. If you're on YouTube, there's a couple of ways you can support the channel. You can give super thanks and super stickers and things like that. You can also subscribe to the channel either for free just to get notices, or if you want to support the channel, there's like a $3 subscription and a $10 subscription, something like that. I forget exactly what they are. But if you want to support the channel, you can do that. So feel free to do that. And yeah, and then we'll get going. Hopefully tonight you played around with some of those no-code tools. If you haven't, go do it. Like, even if you're not a geek, it's worth going to see what they make possible. If nothing else, it's fascinating watching them write code and then, see how good or crappy they do. Ask it to make a video game. Ask it to, I don't know, make a little recipe generator, whatever it might be. But hopefully you had a good time tonight. All right. So peace out, everybody. Thanks for all the good comments tonight. I know when I get to demoing shit, I tend to ignore the comments a bit. So if I missed any of you, sorry about that. I think we got a lot of them in there. Yeah, and if you know anyone in the theater scene, especially in New York, let me know. We're looking for a music supervisor. We're looking for producers, and we're looking for a producing theater to take this thing to the next level. It's getting there. We're Andrew and I are in the middle of writing version 2 of the script of the book. We've got 3 more songs to finish, and then we are ready to fucking rock and roll. So let's motherfucking go. All right, everybody. Peace out, and I will see you tomorrow. Hopefully at the Salon. Go to the salon.ai here. Let me throw the URL up there in case you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. If you don't know the Salon, go to the salon.ai, click on Join Our Community, and then click on the Events tab and RSVP for the AI Salon Presents tomorrow. You'll get to meet some people. We'll go over some news. We'll talk about the Salon. We'll talk about all the different groups and clubs within it and all the stuff going on. All right? And then we'll be back here a little bit later tomorrow night, but I'll see you tomorrow night, and we'll do some other wacky shit. Peace.